What up? What up? What up? Forza Milan, Forza Milan, Forza Milan. Nathan,
A win is a win, I guess, even if we were extremely wasteful today.
we won though, right?
Yeah.
Did you see the game?
I got to see the majority of it. I saw all the chances we missed. I think
Yeah, I saw the first half. I missed big portions of the second half, but I read about it. I looked at the highlights. I saw the goal. I saw the chances that we missed. There was a penalty for Cagliari. Um,
the way, yeah. Well,
it looks like
I didn't see it.
well,
So
according I didn't see it either, but according to Mazzarri, there was a clear penalty for Cagliari against Lovato, and he's
maybe it
saying,
wasn't deemed like enough contact.
well, or maybe this shit is rigged because they want to do what you're saying. They want to keep it tight or something. I don't know.
Well,
Or
I mean, it
maybe,
would technically be the opposite if they wanted to keep it tight. They
or
wouldn't have
maybe
let
they
us win.
want to send Cagliari to Serie B. I don't know, but
Well, I'll say as a forward, no matter, even if it's a defender, like if you're in the attacking phase, even if you get breathed on, you want it to be a penalty. But as a defender, the few times I have played defense, it's like, man, if you barely breathe on them, it's like, get the fuck up type of thing. So I didn't get to see it, but the way I was hearing it, it kind of seemed like the the contact was like barely minimal at best.
well, I gotta see it before I criticize it. I want to see it,
Yeah, same here.
before I give you my what I really think. But it's interesting. Fucking Inter choking, choking. But I'm telling you, like Inter right now has the same schedule that we have in the last month. And Inter in the last month has the same schedule that we have right now. So let's not be fooled by this. Inter is playing all the mid-table bigger teams right now this month, but then the last month of the season, Inter is only playing, relegation teams. So the smaller teams that haven't scored many points. While for us, it's the opposite. We are playing right now all these smaller teams this month, but then in May, come May, we're playing Fiorentina, we're playing Lazio, we're playing Atalanta, we're playing Sassuolo, we're playing Verona. You know,
But
so
I feel like that's when we do best. Like, obviously, from what I've been seeing, we just can't score against the bottom teams. But against the mid table to top teams, then we don't have a problem scoring. It's like opposite day for us when we play these bottom teams.
I'm just saying that let's not count out Inter just yet,
Yeah.
because I'm hearing people say, "Yeah, Inter is gone. Inter, we're out." Let's remember, Inter is finishing the season with on paper a very easy schedule, maybe the easiest schedule out of everybody. So let's just keep that in mind. But what we got to do, we just got to win, man. If we win all 8 games, actually, I think if we win,
6 games.
yeah, maybe if we win 6 or 7 games, it's done. It's
Well,
over.
we're 3 points ahead of Napoli, right? 3 or 4? What is it? Three, right? Three.
Oh, no, so please give me a break, man. I don't, you know what? Just because there are a few assholes, don't put it on the country, my man. All right? I don't want to
Yeah,
hear that.
let's. Yeah,
It's
like
a bunch
again.
of assholes in Cagliari. That's an island. Cagliari is an island in Sardinia, okay, and it's islanders, and I don't know. I don't know what their how they behave and their culture is, but again, let's not condemn Italy, the whole of Italy. Like when I condemned the Serie A, the Curva Sud when they acted like assholes, and that's who I condemned. I didn't condemn the whole of Italy. I just condemned them. And like these guys here, Cagliari, that every single fucking game, that they lose, there's the same incident. So it's the same group of people every single fucking time because it always happens there. Oh, it's always the same, exactly the same shit at Cagliari. It's always the same. So it's a group of people in that curva that are fucking racist, but that doesn't mean anything because in Italy there's 60 million people. So don't give me the shit that Italy is racist because a fucking few pieces of shit in Cagliari are saying this kind of stuff. You know.
Yeah,
So
and
so
and let's and then not only that, if you really want to see some crazy shit, bro, come to United States. Then you'll see how out of hand shit can really get. So I'm not saying this is they should be left alone. Of course they need to be punished, but let's not just get fucking psychotic about it.
yeah, it happened with yeah. I mean, every country has people that behave that way. All right,
Right.
every country has that. Some places is worse than others. In Italy, it seems there's some specific places that it keeps on happening. Cagliari is one. Remember Lukaku's first game
Yeah.
I think it was literally his first game in Italy, and he got that racial abuse, and then it happened again. So it's a group in that curva, in the Cagliari curva, that they're fucking pieces of shit, and that's it. It's that. It's got nothing to do with Italy. It's got nothing to do with the nation. Unfortunately, uh,
Yeah. Yeah. The
unfortunately,
league
yeah,
itself needs to hand heavy sanctions is what they need to do. Like I will say, like, unfortunately for the team, they should be if I'd say if more than two occurrences happen within a year, you should automatically be demoted to like Serie B or Serie C, and then play with no fans at the stadium for a year or something like that. Like make it so incredibly bad that their own fans start beating each other up for saying stupid shit.
the league does not protect the. What do you guys say, guys? Please. Yeah, I mean they could do something like that. Sure, they could do something. Usually, what they do, they sanction the team, and the quarter. Yeah, they should probably do something, heavier than what they usually do.
Something real drastic. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Um, but and then, guys, you have like all these people at the stadium. You can't control what people say in the stadium, guys. Like it's not that either you do something drastic, you just shut down the stadium. But is it fair that because those pieces of shit are being like that, then everybody else in that town can't watch the game because of that group of people? I mean, they have to. They have to. It's the curva. It's always the fucking curva. It's always the fucking curva. They got to get the ultras out and tell the ultras and ban the ultras. That's what it. It's always the ultras that behave that way. It's that's the thing, you know. Um, so I think they should probably. I don't. We'll see what they do. They're probably going to close the stadium for the fans for 1 or 2 days. Dates in the calendar, but I mean, what else can they do aside from that? I mean, should they just? You're saying they should, close the stadium for the whole year because of those pieces of shit? Should Cagliari just fucking die as a club? Is that what we're saying here?
I doubt they would die as a club, but
Well, I mean, you're
um,
penalizing the
I
club
mean,
pretty heavily.
yeah, I mean, but that's just how it is. The few can ruin it for the many,
I mean, think
and
about it. How
because
many
at that
people do
point,
you
at
think?
that point,
How many people do you think were there that insulted Manyan and Tomori? How many were they?
I
Was
mean,
it
it's
was
probably
it
like
one? Like I remember when it was the Juventus guy, it was one person.
no,
Well,
but
so fucking
what
get
I'm
that
saying
one guy.
is what I'm
Get
saying is because it's never it's always gonna be just one person.
Right.
It's never
Yeah.
gonna be like it's never gonna be like once we got this person out, then it's just not gonna happen. But for like Cagliari's like situation, it's literally like it's always happening with them. So
Right.
until you hold that's what I'm saying. If it's like a team where the fans are always repeat offenders, like year after
Wait.
year after
The
year,
fans. Wait, which fans? Because when you
well,
say fans, like if at AC if at the San Siro, some fucking piece of shit racist says something, but now I can't go to the San Siro anymore.
that's what I was saying. Though it needs to be repeat offenders
They
throughout
need
the
to.
year,
They have
not
listen.
like once a year. I mean, throughout the year. If you're a repeat offender, then you got to start doing heavy sanctions. And at that point, if it continues, the fans are going to start holding each other accountable because they're going to be tired of their
Yeah.
team always missing out. That's what you have to do. If you don't do anything, it's always just going to be one or two people. Oh, it's okay. Not that many people are doing it, so we can
No, no,
probably
no,
deal
no,
with it.
no. You go to the people that do it.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
There's
Let's
cameras all over the fucking place. There's
yeah,
cameras with audio. So all you got to do is
I understand
investigate.
that. I
Investigate was
understand that.
why just get those people out of the stadium.
But
Get those
that's the
people out of the
thing.
stadium.
But
What? Go ahead.
that's the thing, Roy. It's literally going to be impossible to just continue doing that over and over and over and over and
Well,
over.
okay. So
Like
your solution
at some
is
point,
just destroy the club. Just destroy the club. That's going to teach those guys.
they
No,
won't be
it's
destroyed, but they're going to have to rebuild the long, hard way.
okay.
That's what I
So,
was saying. If
but
until
that means for AC Milan too, because I'm
yeah,
sure
yeah,
there's pieces of shit in the
yeah,
Curva Sud that
yeah.
will say
If
anything
they're
at us.
yeah,
So if we take
yeah,
those kind of measures, then we're just going
yeah.
to destroy the club because of one piece of shit.
Then guess what? Those fans are after the first time around, after the first time it happens, the fans are gonna start holding these people accountable.
No, yeah, but
That's what it is.
you cannot destroy a club for that.
Uh,
I mean, that's
well,
just too
then
much.
it's literally you're not destroying the club. We've already gone a whole year without fans in the stadium,
Yeah,
and the clubs were not destroyed. They're still here. The clubs are gonna be here. You're just gonna have to rebuild very, very slowly
okay,
from
all right,
scratch.
but
That's just what it is.
if you take those kind of measures right against a team for a whole year, let's say next year when all the stadiums are full, but that one team doesn't get to have anybody because of this incident where it's always the same people. It's always the same
But
people,
Roy,
guys.
I said the club has to have repeat offenses. I'm not saying one time or two times. I'm talking about if this continues to happen throughout the year, then the following year you get hit very, very hard.
I
I'm
mean,
not saying
they
I'm not
definitely
saying one or
should
two
do
times.
something. They definitely should do something about it.
Then there you
Um,
go. There you
but I
go.
mean, I
And,
wouldn't
and not
destroy
only
a
that,
club
but not
because
only that. So let's say Roy, let's say they do this, okay?
okay, yeah.
The fans sitting there, if they, because there's probably racist things said throughout the entire game, but not all of it gets seen or picked up. The people who are
Probably in
around them,
every single
right?
game,
Yes,
every
yes, in every
single
game,
country,
yes,
every single place on this planet.
yes. And I'm not talking about just in Italy. I'm talking about in all of sports. I'm just
Right.
saying because we're sticking to football right now. That's why I'm just sticking with this moment. The fans around them are gonna start saying, "Hey, man, you need to get the fuck out of here, or we're gonna get someone to get you the fuck out of here." That's what's gonna happen because they're not gonna want to see their team go down.
Well, let's
If
see
if
what we
I
do,
if
man.
I
Let's see
was
what
part
we
of a
do.
club, if I was there and I heard people start saying racist shit, we're about to have a whole fight. I'm like, hey, you can get the fuck out, or I'm gonna make you get the fuck out because you're only gonna destroy the team.
Right.
The sanctions aren't destroying the club. The people, the few, again, it is a very few amount of people who are saying these racist things are the ones who are destroying the club. and that's how it is.
Yeah,
The
but then,
the few are the few who do overly bad shit is gonna cost the many. That's how it always is with almost everything.
right, and I agree to a certain extent. You have to do something because the stadium shouldn't be like that. I don't like it. I'm totally against this thing about going to the stadium and shouting either racial epithets to players or just insulting players.
Right.
Either
And
for
so
me, for
Roy, if
me,
you're
all
sitting
of
in the
it. Bad.
stadium and you hear that, what are you gonna do?
But if you want
No,
to
but
control
what would but what
60,000 people, good luck with that. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, but as a fan, if you heard that, what would you do? Knowing that these sanctions are in place.
Well, if I heard that, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess if you have sanctions like that, I honestly, I don't know how you can fix. The only way you can fix this, in my opinion, is you have to ban those people from the stadiums forever. You ban them
Right,
forever.
but before
I
the
don't think that
actions can
other people should be.
continue,
Hold on, hold on. I don't think other people should be punished because of other people's sins. Right? I don't
agree,
believe that.
but that's just not how it works in
I
reality.
think these guys have got nothing to do all fucking day, right? So they can investigate and find out who these people are and ban these fucking people. That's it.
I agree, but before the actions can continue further during the match, they can get these guys out of the stadium.
I'm not going to fucking call Italy a racist country because of these fucking assholes,
No,
guys.
Roy.
I know some people in chat want to do that and they love to fucking condemn Italy as a fucking racist country because this shit happens. But you guys forget this shit happens in every stadium in the fucking world, not just in Italy.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right. Yeah, people definitely need to understand that. But Roy, they have security and stuff, okay? If a security gets called over to someone who is, beginning to say racist
Yeah,
things, they can
that's what I
still
would do.
ban
That's what
them.
I would.
They can right, but
If
that's what I'm
if I
saying.
heard someone doing that
But
and there's nobody taking care of it, I would call a security guy.
exactly.
And okay, that's what I would
do. And people will do that far more often, knowing if the racism continues, their team is going to be sanctioned heavily. They're not going to wait and be like, oh, well, they have cameras. The cameras will pick it up. No, they're going to do it right then and there so that way their club isn't punished. That's how you get rid of that stuff.
Well, I mean,
you let the fans take care of it.
Obviously they're going to investigate it, and if they are probably going to get sanctioned. They usually get fined and all of that stuff.
Yeah, but those are like meaningless things, man. Like,
yeah,
obviously that way has not worked at all. So you need to raise up the bar, make it to where the outcome is so detrimental to your club, it's just not going to happen. Either the fans do something about it themselves, or you face the punishment.
Well, look, for me, Cagliari is simple. It's always the same curva. It's the same people. Okay, it's not rocket science. It's them. Like the Serie A needs to. It's easy to know who these people are because they're there every fucking Sunday. It's the same people at the Curva Sud that do the same shit every single fucking time that something like this happens.
Right, but even if you ban the Curva Sud, those guys can still go to the game. They'll just be spread out saying the same shit.
Well, I think you have to show your ID and when you go in the stadium. I mean, if they get fake IDs, I guess they could do that. But yeah, it's awful, man. It's terrible. And for the thing that sucks about it is that, like I don't like this shit. This shit should not be happening in any kind of stadium. It should not be happening anywhere.
Everywhere, guys. It really does happen everywhere. Like, trust me, it definitely happens everywhere. It's not just an isolated thing, just strictly to Italy.
Yeah, for sure, it happens everywhere. But unfortunately, when it happens, this gives Italy a bad name, and it hurts the Serie A. Well, these fuckers are hurting the Serie A. They're the ones hurting the Serie A by doing this shit.
You guys remember the Euros when England would boo and mock every team's national anthem? and yet they're not. Their shit is never blown up as high for whatever fucking reason because they want to make England always stay in a
Right,
positive light.
exactly. Yeah. So,
But can y'all imagine what would happen if Italy booed if the fans booed every national anthem, talking and laughing and joking during every opponent's national anthem? Holy shit, they would probably fucking kick him out of the tournament after the first game. So, you you gotta also look at who's in charge overall of taking care of these types of like racial situations. Because there are other countries that do it, they just don't blow it up for whatever political reasoning.
right. And also, I mean, after the game, there was that whole craziness that happened. So obviously, it's going to be blown up also because of that. But it's right that it is correct to show what's going on, and talk about it, have the conversation first, right, and then punish the team or some way or the other. You got to do something about it because it's going to hurt Serie A. It's going to hurt Serie A. And it is hurting Serie A. Also because the reputation that Serie A has around the world is already that Serie A is this racist league, racist country. So this episode is not the episode that is going to do that to Serie A. It already is. I usually don't like to, paint everybody with a brush or whatever, however you say it. It's those people. It's in Cagliari. It happened to Lukaku. It happened to Keane, and now to Magnan and to Mori. And I think there was another incident. It's like, these people are pieces of shit. Get him. Go get him. Like, they shouldn't be at the stadium. Cagliari needs to do something. The team needs to do something.
Yeah, but they can't do anything either. I mean, like I said, like if it needs to be harsher than just banning the curva because they can just group up in little pockets throughout the stadium. Like maybe the first sanction can be you get sent to Serie B, and then the next sanction can be demotion and no fans in the stadium.
I mean, I think that's extreme.
I mean, that's what happens if you continue to.
I mean, you want to destroy a club because some asshole is drunk and is fucking saying racist shit, and you want to destroy a whole club. You want to destroy the work. You want to destroy the work of all these people, all these coaches, all these staff, cooks, the drivers, everybody, and soccer players, and you want to hurt everybody's pocket because some piece of shit asshole in the stadium can't control himself and is an uneducated asshole. Like, we have to punish him, not other people.
What I want is for the fans to take accountability of themselves. They're all sitting there, so if they allow it to happen, they obviously don't care. So you need to make them care.
Well, I mean, what are they supposed to do?
When they hear
beat him to death, then they go to jail if they beat him to death.
No, they get them kicked out. They get them kicked out. There's security all over the stadium.
Right. The security needs to do that. The security needs to do that.
But the security can't watch everyone. You've been to the stadium. Security stands on the steps, and that's it.
Yeah, on the stadium. When I'm at the stadium, I'm looking at the game. I'm not listening to what is going on around me.
But they're not the security is not there to listen to people. They're there to make sure there are no fights or people, bringing in flares and other shit that they're not supposed to. They're not really listening to what's happening. That's not what their primary focus is. So if someone brings to their attention, hey, this person's saying racist stuff, all right, we're going to grab him. He's getting out here and he's being banned before the actions can continue. That you need to make them hold their own fans accountable. The club can't do it. The players can't do it. The people sitting next to them are the ones who have to hold them accountable.
The people sitting next to them are people just like him.
Well, then guess what? Then Roy, you just
if I'm in the middle of the stadium, I can't hear what a guy in the curva is saying. The
Well,
people in the
that's what I'm
curva are
saying.
groups, and they're all together there,
Well,
and they
that's what
go and
I'm.
have
Well,
beers together. They're not keeping each other accountable. They're going there doing all the same shit.
well, again,
So
if
it's
they're
up
not
to
going
the
to
fucking
ban every,
security. It's up to the security guys to when this shit happens to identify them, see them, detain them, or whatever, and then fucking take action.
bro,
But
that's
it
what I'm saying. They're not going to, because they're not looking for things like that. They're not
no, I'm saying they
listening.
should. They should. They should.
Yeah, I agree, but I'm just saying that's not what they're. It's too hard to focus on things like that when you're looking for acts of violence. They're not looking for verbal violence. They're looking for like physical violence and bringing things that they're not supposed to
Yeah,
bring.
and when it comes to the verbal violence, like the 99% of the stadium is not paying attention to what this one person is shouting at some other player or these other
And
groups.
it's far more difficult in soccer to do this, because I'm saying soccer right now because I'm about to talk about American football, the American soccer and basketball and baseball. If for those who watch the American sports, the fans are not chanting all game long. They do the little stupid ass defense, da da da, defense,
Nah, yeah, it's a
and
completely
lame
different.
shit like that. So when they're yelling racial things in America, you can hear it. Like the person 3 rows behind them or above or in front of them, they can hear it because the stadium is pretty quiet for the most part, unless a good play happens. So, but for real football, it's really difficult. Like it's gonna be hard to hear that.
Yeah, I've been to like a basketball game. I've been to baseball games. Um, it's different vibe. It's mostly like picnics. Like in America, like going
Right,
to a game is like going to a picnic.
right, right. It's yeah,
It's
it's nowhere near as like intimidating and loud and like constant drumming
right,
and things like
right.
that.
I have been to soccer games in the U.S. I've seen Galaxy. I've seen PSG against Leicester. I've seen LA Galaxy. No, no, sorry, LAFC play. I mean, it's really hard, Nathan, to hear what anybody is saying unless you're a player and that person that is shouting at you is close to you
Right.
because
So I'll say this then. The, for Cagliari, they or for anybody, they should just automatically ban the curva. Everyone
yeah,
in there gets
that's
banned.
what they should do.
Everybody,
Ban the whole
and then
curva
from
for
that,
the whole
and
year,
then
for the whole season.
from that point on, it's if you hear someone throughout the stadium, they just need to go take action and get someone to kick them out.
That curva should be empty the whole season, or maybe even 2 seasons. That's what you do. You ban the curva because all that shit is coming from the curva. It's not coming from the side. It's not coming from the other curva. It's always coming from whatever curva they are. What is it? Sud or North? I don't know. Ban that fucking curva. Just get it. Get that fucking curva out of this fucking game. That isn't what they did in England. They got rid of the hooligans, and then all of a sudden, you see what didn't they do that in England? They got rid of the hooligans, and then all of a sudden, everybody can go to the stadium, and you have families, and everybody can enjoy the stadium. You get rid of the people that are creating the chaos. That fucking curva, let the curva be accountable. Get that fucking curva out of Serie A. That's how you do it. That's the extent I would do it. I'm just saying I would not go as far as banning the whole stadium.
Well, we'll see what they do. It needs to be something drastic for repeat offenders in my eyes.
I read
Uh,
something after the game. I don't know if it's confirmed, but they were saying that they banned 3 people. They gave them a life ban from the stadium.
Okay,
I'm not sure if it's confirmed or not.
let
I
me see
just read
this.
this.
I think I heard the same thing too.
So it was 3 people.
They had identified 3 people and the president of Cagliari gave them a live ban from the stadium.
Okay, let me see if I can find this.
What's always really funny is these Cordobas that always do that. Almost half the time they have a player on their team that they're supporting that
Yeah,
is black.
I mean,
It's like,
Keita
what the fuck
Keita
are y'all doing?
Keita was playing there. They had
Right. So
Well, you know what? I think a lot of it is just these Italians. They insult people, and they don't even they are being racist, but they don't even think about it.
yeah, I
You
agree
know,
with that. They're just
yeah.
raging.
they're raging and they're saying racist epithets because for them it's probably I don't know, not normal, but it's okay for them. You know, they
Well, that's
think
what
in
they
their
were
head.
brought up with.
They're just finding the worst thing they could say at that moment because of how they fucking feel because of the loss or whatever. That's why I was you guys both made some good points, but like you can't really do anything as a fan because most of the times the people that do that shit are thugs, the Cuba, those fucking hooligans. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do against them? There's the regular people that go to the stadium, and they can't really do much about that. And it's
That's what I
hard
was
to.
saying. To go just get the security to get them out. Not.
Uh,
I'm not saying them like go fight them like 1 versus 30 people, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
Get the security.
get them, yeah, get them the security and have them
If
removed.
you hear that, right? If you hear someone next to you saying that, get the security. Tell them, hey, this guy's saying this, and let them deal with it.
there should be some sort of rules where you don't have to call the security. Just they hear it and then they go and do something about it. But I'm glad. I hope that news is true that they banned them. But it's
You see, I would kind of go a little bit further than that. To be honest with you,
like what?
I would ban the whole curva. I wouldn't ban the stadium. I wouldn't do that because I think that's too much. I mean, I don't think that's necessary.
Do you,
It's always from that curva that this shit comes from. That's what I
do
would
you,
ban.
do you think they're all racist?
No, but I do
You
think
oh
that
okay, I
you
see, I
need to
see what
send a
you're saying.
message. You need to send a message.
Right. You want to make a lot of people suffer, so they're gonna talk to them and be like,
Right.
"Shut the fuck up," because you're getting us in trouble.
Exactly. But what Nathan was saying, but I just wouldn't take it as far as Nathan was saying. I would just ban the curva because that's where most of the shit is coming
It's
from. It's always from the
it's
curva.
it's a big shame, man. It's only happening in Italy for right now, at least from the top leagues.
Well,
You barely.
I won't. The thing is, it's just blown up more in Italy. It literally happens in every single stadium,
Oh
every
yeah, yeah,
single game. Like it's
yeah.
just whether or not it gets called out
I don't know.
is the
You
thing.
guys remember that game? It was England and Montenegro, I think. That was a big scandal also because they did it for like the whole match, and then they banned all the fans in the stadium for I don't know how many games. It's like two
Yeah,
years ago, I think.
yeah, I remember that. It was also against Bulgaria, was it, or Hungary? Another
Yeah,
incident similar.
it's the East European countries.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's fucked up. It sucks. It really sucks. It shouldn't be
Yeah, I mean,
happening.
we
I
could have
don't.
been talking about the
I,
game.
I hate this stupid culture that I just going to the stadium and shouting at players as if like these players do it. Like they're just fucking football players, man. Just playing a game. They're doing a job. You're nothing. You're a fan. All you got to do is just be there and enjoy the game. Like you should not be insulting anybody. You should not be saying anything to anybody. I don't know. That's why when I have that video, even this video of that little kid singing Vaffanculo Interista. Like I think that's stupid. Like that's this shit. Why then these fucking people end up even taking it to a more extreme. It's this culture of being insultive and being fucking bitter and being hateful and just shouting and I don't know. It
Well,
doesn't
I
make any
don't
sense
mind
to me.
like shouting and stuff. Just don't be racist with your shouting.
Right. I mean, don't be racist, but don't be racist, and don't be an asshole. All of it, all of it.
I think being an asshole kind of comes with being a fan, because you hate the rivals. So it's like I just don't think it's fair to. I mean, obviously, saying fair is an underestimation, but just doing that shit, the skin color, and when you go to personal stuff like that, where people can't change anything, they're born like that. It's messed up. But with a kid singing against Inter, I don't really mind
Yeah,
about
that pisses me off just as much. Well, not just as much, but I don't like that. I don't like see like I've worked with so many children in football and in music. It's like I could not ever imagine seeing one of those kids shouting "fuck you, piece of shit, Interista." They're fucking 8-year-old kids. I could never imagine seeing that. It fucking
Well,
disgusts me to see that.
I'm not gonna lie. Growing up and like hearing like different curse words and stuff, that we just say crazy things, but we just didn't say things that are racist.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I'd be like, "Oh, you guys are a bunch of piece of shit team. Like, I hope your team fucking falls apart or whatever." Like,
No, no,
uh,
yeah, okay, yeah, right. I mean, when it comes to the racial epithets, that's taking it to another extreme, to the
yeah. It's
next.
it's it's not about sports anymore when it comes to that.
Yeah, but anyway, I that's what I would do. I would ban the curva for the whole season next season because now what? It's 3 or 4 times that this is happening. Same shit, same place, same curva, same people. It's probably the same fucking people.
the problem is too is let's say you ban them. Let's
Yeah.
say those. Let's say you give these guys like life bans. Just the group itself. I mean, what's going to stop them from just recruiting more like-minded people?
No, you just don't let them go in the stadium.
That's what I say. That there shouldn't even be a Cordova section anymore for them
Forever?
forever, because you can't. Because those people are going to they're going to recruit more people with like-minded views. Like that's not going to stop. The only way that's going to stop is if those people's home value changes. But if the home value doesn't change, it doesn't really matter what you do.
I mean, I don't know about forever, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say forever. I mean, forever is a little bit extreme, I think.
Well,
Um,
then shit, make it like 20 years or something like that.
yeah, but that's also a little
Fuck
bit
it.
extreme, Nathan.
Hey, fuck it.
Make it one
It's,
But
season, one season.
but that's the thing. It's gonna if they're gonna just do it, every single season, they're not really doing anything except sending them to timeout just for a year.
Well, I don't know, guys. I mean, yeah, it's difficult to
I mean, it's
figure out
better
what the
than
solution.
banning the
they,
whole stadium. It's better to ban one faction than the entire stadium.
Yeah, but the people that are going to be in the curva 20 years from now is a different generation. I mean, they're
Yeah,
gone.
but how do you know that though? That's the thing. If the people who are in charge of the Kuva, if they keep recruiting the same people with the same values as them, it's not gonna change no matter how many years it is.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's the whole curva. Like right now, they identified 3 people. Right? It's 3 people. I don't. Um, I think it is people in that curva, in all curvas, because the curvas is where all the crazy
yeah,
extremists go.
it's the extreme offense.
Um, I mean, yeah, they should definitely do something about it. Take some hard measures. I'm all for it. Um, because I don't. It doesn't look good. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible for the player. Obviously, the players feel like shit. They're in Italy. The country is hosting these players, and then they go to Cagliari and they get racially abused by these pieces of shit. Obviously, it's not good for them, for the players themselves. then they want to think, well, I want to get the fuck out of here, Yeah, something should be done for sure.
They
Um,
they, sh- they should do
And
something when it comes to like educating people also, like FIFA and football in general, because I think with this banning and the canceling thing, they're just gonna build more resentment against these things. Like those people are ignorant. They don't fucking know that shit is bad. And I know they could be educated if they wanted to, but I think this whole say no to racism and respect and all, it's just a stunt from FIFA, like a front. But they should really do more as when it comes to educating people rather
like
than just
hold like conventions for like the younger generation.
yeah, to change the root of it. Yeah, not just the symptom, you know?
Yeah.
mm, yeah, I mean, they should definitely start from when they're children. Yeah. Um, yeah, definitely. The whole thing definitely ended in a very sour note, and yeah, it definitely sucks. Definitely sucks. Definitely not good.
Did you guys talk about the game yet?
No.
Nah.
What did you guys think of the game? Let's talk about the game.
Who's starting?
We played like garbage. I mean, we created a shit ton of chances, but I mean, overall, we're just not in control of the games anymore. Like I can handle creating a bunch of chances and only getting one goal. Things like that happen. But what I don't like is when we're not even in control of the game anymore. That's when I start having a problem.
Yeah, I see that, and honestly, that's the best way to get anything out of Milan is to fucking make sure that Milan does not have control of the game. How do you do that? You run like a fucking animal for fucking 90 minutes, like you're possessed by a demon. And these guys, I don't know if you noticed, but they were pressing us all the way up until in our small box, pretty much. Um, so right
Yeah.
now, it looks like all these games that are left, it's going to be open-handed battle. It's just going to be boxing. Nobody's going to be defending their chin. Whoever gets the KO wins, and it's going to be about quality. The team with the most quality is a team that's going to win. Because right now, I don't see Milan being able to, unless a team decides to retract and wait for the moment because they want to play in counterattack. I don't see Milan being able to control any games from now to the end. I see them having to play with their heart and dig for the win. Um,
Yeah.
and listen,
Yeah.
another thing: how many fucking chances do we need to get to score a goal, yo? What the hell is going on?
We're
Yeah.
just
That
wasting
was
so many chances, man.
yeah wasting a lot of chances.
It's not chances like 50-50 chances, but Giroud didn't connect with his right. Salzmaker missed another one-on-one. Diaz didn't even hit the target. So this game realistically should have been for nothing, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they didn't take their chances. But I don't agree with Nathan that we I don't think we played like trash. It was a pretty nice game. Because if we finished one out of those three missed chances, we wouldn't have been talking about
But
how
that's
bad
but
we
that's what
played.
I'm talking about because we don't have control of the game. Like I'm
But when did you feel that we weren't in control?
Guys, let's not forget
I never
Calabria's.
I
Also,
never felt
Calabria
like
had
we
a.
were in control.
Don't
Oh yeah,
forget
Calabria had
Calabria
a
Calabria's.
chance.
1-1 also, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. I feel like have we were never in control of the game.
Yeah, I don't
Like
think we. I don't think we were either, to be honest
we
with you.
do not dictate the game at all anymore.
What do you,
Like
I don't get it.
I think what we need to once we get a goal, or even if we don't have a goal, there needs to be a moment to where we keep the ball for like 10 minutes. I don't even want to attack the goal. I just want us to keep the ball for about 10 minutes and make the other team run and suffer. Because, like Roy said, the teams now are just running. They're just fucking going all in because that's the best way to get at Milan is to make sure we don't have control of the game.
But
When
that's
we
kind
have
of a
control, yeah,
double-edged
but
sword because they can't do that all game, and you get tired for one part of the game, and then you get punished.
yeah, but we've seen the games where Milan is in control. I'm not saying against like the top teams because of course it's a whole nother story. I'm talking about
Right.
in these mid-table to bottom table teams, we are just not in control. Like in earlier in the season when we were playing a lot better, you can see we had control of the game. Obviously not 100% of the game, but you could see our control of the game. I just don't see it anymore.
But what does it take? What would have to be different besides the missed chances
How how
to be in
frantic we
control?
are, uh, like we seem frantic because we don't get that early goal or because we don't get that second goal. We become frantic, and you can see it in the decision making.
But the defense has been pretty sturdy.
Yeah, but there's a difference between controlling the game offensively and controlling the game defensively. Like back in the day, Milan used to be able to control the game defensively as well as offensively. I'm not worried about the defensive part. I'm talking about when we have the ball, we are not in control, even when we have possession. It doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, it's hard to be in control because we literally like a few months ago when we had the ball, we had 2 seconds on the ball. Now, when we have the ball, we have half a second on the ball, and these teams are forcing us to fucking run like animals too. But they are fucking running like crazy. It's very difficult to do that. When you're being pressed, constantly pressed, you have to be extremely good technically. Every single touch you do, every single movement you make, every single pass has to be extremely precise.
And
Um,
we don't work enough on one touch passing either.
yeah, we don't do too much one touch passes. It's true. I've noticed that we don't do too much one touch. The tiki taka one touch thing, we don't do that.
Yeah, because that's the
Hey,
only way to break a high press is one touch passing.
hey guys, give me 1 second. Keep on going. I'll be right back.
Yeah, the only way to break that press is to do one touch passing and then move up the field. But when you look at, and this also comes down to our formation and not having the correct personnel for this formation. We don't. If you look how long it takes when the ball's at our back line to go to the midfield and then go through our to our cam or center or wingers. All we do is we get the ball back in defense. Then they realize that Diaz isn't close enough to the double pivot to help out, and then the double pivot's kind of spaced out, so they can't help each other out. Because really, the double pivot at the cam should be forming a triangle, and then the defense is resorted to kicking the ball long. We play an insane amount of long ball because we have no gameplay going up the field. That is not a team in control. And that's just one of the things that I've noticed um, a lot. As a matter of fact, since we actually got our full team back, I feel like we've had less control of the games compared to when we didn't even have our full squad out there. It's really weird.
I'm actually pretty happy with the games, to be honest, and I'm growing more confidence with winning the Scudetto. It looks more realistic now, way more realistic. And
Well,
considering Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I'll be back in like 15 minutes.
All right. All right, you still there?
Are you there? What's going on? Is this thing still going? Sorry, guys. I had to get on a phone call. I don't know. It was important. Are we still here? Is everybody still here? Is this live still going? What happened to Florent? Nathan is gone. Brozovic is a guy for internet. It's kind of like, all right. So what were we talking about? We were talking about Nathan was talking about how the team cannot control the games. Yeah, the team cannot control the games because right now, if you are an opposing team, the best way you can play against Milan is do not allow them to control the game and just make it so where it becomes a one-on-one situation where you're going literally one-on-one. So that's yeah, but they play well because Milan has quality and this team has future champions. You can tell these players are future champions. So they're playing well, and if we would actually take our chances, this game should have ended 5-1, 5-4-1 because they had a good chance to score too with that crossbar.
Bro, I think we played very well. I think
Yeah,
we played.
I think we played well. Yeah, yeah. I don't.
I
disagree
didn't
with that.
because we were 1-0, but we were still attacking. We had a lot of chances. It's not that we were like just defending the result.
No, yeah, yeah. I agree. Like we were attacking and we were positive. And I saw for the amount of game I did see, it looked positive. But what Nathan is saying is that we don't start from the back anymore and then build to the middle, squash the team in their own box, and then play the ball around. Then when we lose the ball, we win it back fast, like we were doing, and then we just kind of squash those teams in their own halves. That's not happening anymore, and I don't think that's going to happen until the end of the season. I honestly don't think
Yeah,
it's going to happen.
it's just too much pressure, right? To be able to pull that off. There's
Too
only
much
8
pressure. Yeah.
games, so tight. You can win the Scudetto, so it's like that's why I was saying if we get the 3 points, I don't really care how we win. Until for the last 8 games, we only need the 3 points.
That's what Allegri says. Did you know that, Florian?
Not only that I know, I can see it every fucking week. And then you lose 3-0. But no, I'm just saying for the rest of the season because I hope we don't play boring football like that.
Yeah. El Waldrop, it's true. It's going to be harder to control these games. But right now, what Milan has to do, the most important thing that a team needs to do in the final stretch of the season is being able to suffer. So all these games, we're going to have to suffer like motherfuckers, and we have
Yeah.
to be stronger than that. So let's talk about individual players.
I was just gonna say that.
Okay.
Who impressed you today?
Who impressed me? No one really.
Yeah, what do you think about Theo? Theo was pretty good. I mean, it's not a surprise, but he was pretty good.
I thought he played like how he usually plays. Of course, I've seen him play better. I've seen him be more effective, but yes, I appreciate Theo, and I'm not downplaying his games at all.
Right.
But I didn't think it was his best performance. I don't think anybody had a great performance, to be honest with you. I thought it was. I thought that the issue is that when you don't score these goals, these performances don't look so good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That
Because
changes everything.
yeah, if they put 2 goals in and 3 goals in, all of a sudden you can the whole story changes. Like
There's no debate. It's 3-0. It's no debate.
Yeah, if Diaz puts that goal in, which is a quite easy goal to score, to be honest with you,
I can't believe it.
for any normal kind of football player, to be honest with you, all you have to do is the goalkeeper at that angle. it's almost impossible to save the ball if you put it in the right spot, and it's not that difficult to put it in that spot right there from that angle. So if Diaz would have scored that goal, then maybe I would have said Theo looked great today. If Giroud, who had an open chance, would have scored that goal, maybe I would have said Kessie looked great today. If fucking
He did actually. I like Kissy today. He was pretty good today.
you liked Kessie, yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly, I don't have any standout performances. I didn't. Mm.
yeah. I don't think anybody was like a superstar, but Theo impressed me as in like he's changed so much throughout this season. He's way more mature now. Like he's not reckless anymore when it comes to he lost some balls when he was asking for a foul, but other than that, he wasn't putting our team in danger with like the crazy runs he tries to do all the time.
No, no,
So
no. We're talking about Theo Hernandez or Kessie? Sorry.
Theo Theo
Oh,
Hernandez.
Theo Hernandez. Yeah, I liked. Okay, one thing I liked about Theo is that his positioning was very interesting
Yeah,
today. I liked how
he's
they.
going away central more
Yeah,
than
he doubles up as an attacking midfielder, pretty much. Yeah, very interesting position by him. I can see is just a million times better in that double pivot, like a million times better. Like it actually makes sense. The way Cassie plays, like you put him in that double pivot, it makes sense. So he looked definitely better than what he looked like against Empoli in that higher position. Um, Benacer, aside from that amazing goal he scored, by the way, assist from Giroud. So Giroud's numbers, in as far as his goal participation is going up and up, up and up. But Benacer had a moment in the first half of every single ball he was touching was a bad touch or it was going to the wrong player.
sucks right
Um, yeah, Leao was completely out of it. Leao kind of looked like he wasn't really. His body language was a little bit strange. Leao, I thought.
thought
Um,
it looked a little burned out. Kind of lost his touch.
I don't know. I don't know if he's trying to save himself for these next 2 weeks, because for some of these players, especially for the Portuguese players, the Italian players, and I don't know other countries, I think that are in these World Cup playoffs. I think these players here have a huge monumental task right now that they have to go through, and also try to win the Serie A. I don't know if it's he's trying to save him. It looked like he didn't. I don't know. I felt like he was a little bit, not really invested in the game as much. I don't know. That was my impression. I didn't see the second half too much of the second half, so I don't know how he did. But the first half, he looked like he was out of the game. He didn't get good
Yeah,
service. Second half, he did have some good dribbles. Now I remember. Um,
it's tough in that position because Rebic is not completely back yet. So it's like, do you replace him or not?
Duart. No, you don't. You don't.
Yeah, you have to start with Lau.
Yeah, you start with that, of course. Let's see what's for dinner. Seven says Pioli explained how Ten Calabria were asked by him to move centrally as Cagliari were bound to fill up the wings more to cater for Leao. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, and that's what I definitely you could definitely it was visibly noticeable that both, especially Theo, but also Calabria, they were moving in the center. Um, and they're trying to do what they were doing a month ago or 2 months ago when they were doing. Like I remember when we were analyzing those games in the beginning of the season, where we were analyzing how this player was changing for this player, then this player would go for this player, and they would do all these interchanges. But if you look at those games from the beginning of the seasons, there was so much time for these players to make those shifts. Right now, there's no time at all. No time at all. Because every single player is being pressured. There's
Yeah,
nobody. You don't have any time to think anymore with the ball. So you have to work on instinct and quality, and obviously you have to prepare the game. You have to prepare the game. I thought Pioli prepared the game very well. Pioli prepared their game very well because he set up a team that was offensive, that created chances. If it would have scored, Pioli would have looked like a genius today. But because we are struggling to score, maybe that is a little bit being like we spoke about earlier. It's
Yeah,
being
yeah.
overshadowed. Yeah.
It's kind of not his fault. It's like the players are not focused enough when it comes to that last touch.
Yeah, it's not his fault. That's not his fault. Those are the players that need to be clinical. They need to focus, and they need to be very aggressive and very determined when they're in that final shot. You know.
Today, I'm satisfied with today because the demeanor wasn't like they were scared. They were out there to win the game and not to protect the result. 1-1-0. But the
That is
last
true.
game was a little different. But
Yeah,
this game was
I agree with that. I agree. Messias was wasteful. I agree, Mustafa. Even though Messias has a very good progression because every time he gets in those positions, he can always do that cut in the inside and win that pocket of space and then put a cross in. But all those balls that he was putting in, they're just not meeting the right heads,
yeah.
and his shooting wasn't great. But his ability to always create an assist is almost always there. Like he almost never fails to attempt to put the cross. Like the crosses are either too short or too long or too high, but he always has the ability to create that space for himself, which is very good. That is a very good.
Right. He doesn't
And
get blocked by the opposition players. He just can't do that last.
right, that last quality touch. Like, yeah, very similar to Suzo with that cut, but Suzo has a lot of quality on his left foot. A lot of quality. So Suzo was getting those crosses in and was getting those goals. But at least, every time you do that, you beat those defenders and you put a dangerous ball in the box. That's psychological pressure that you're putting on the opposing team. And, so it's points. It's like in boxing, right? It's just points.
Right.
So it's good
Before the knockout.
before the knockout, right? It's good. It's not bad, but he definitely needs to start converting more of these assists and these goals. Otherwise, it might not turn out so good for him this transfer market. What was your opinion on Messias? Do you have anything to add?
Well, well, I agree with what you said about him being able to cross and create, but I don't think he has been at his best the past 3, 4 games. Like he loses some unnecessary balls during the game, but obviously it didn't impact our game that much. So I can't really say that he was trash or anything. But I've seen him play better. You can kind of tell when he's feeling himself. But the past 3 games, he hasn't been on his level. You can
Yeah,
say that.
yeah. Um, yeah, and of course, all he needs is to get one good cross,
Yeah,
and especially a goal. If he can get a goal, then that can bring him back to a psychological level where he can perform with more efficiency. He's definitely lacking in the efficiency department when it comes to that final pass or final play, for sure. But he gets there. I'll
yeah,
give him that. I give him that. What about
yeah.
Giroud? Let's see. Actually, we have some comments here regarding this right wing. Let's see. If we have someone as good as Leao on the right wing, it opens up more for Leao too. It'd be harder to mark Leao with two defenders because that would expose the other side. Berardi incoming. More links of Berardi this week. So there you go. The problem with Messias is the predictability of his cut and inside. Having the ability and actual getting assists are two different things. He's still at 0 assists. Well, I don't want to disagree with you. What's for dinner? But I kind of like he does get those cuts. Are the timing of those cuts are correct because he does create the space for himself to put the cross in. It's
He's
the
predictable,
cross.
but they still can't stop him.
It's
Is one of
predictable,
these?
but they can't stop a run. Like Suzu.
Yeah,
Like you know what Suzu is going to do,
yeah, but you
but
can't
his
stop him.
timing is perfect. So you can never get him because his timing is perfect.
Yeah, I mean all the right wingers that are left-footed kind of do that. It's their bread and butter, you know.
Yeah. That's a classic winger play, inverted foot winger
Yeah.
solution. The cut inside and then put the cross in. Now, yeah. Oh, let's see. So now you ain't getting Berardi for 30, 45 million. We will probably get a younger player 2023 for that much money. I don't think Berardi is going to go for 35, 40 million because Berardi is fuck. Berardi
29,
is last year
30.
of his contract. So the more his contract runs out, the less his price is going to be. So I don't think it's going to be those kind of numbers. Last year, maybe, but not this year. Giroud was good today. His work rate is high, and he creates spaces for other players too. Tracks back and tries to create attacks. Giroud had a good game, I thought. He got an assist. Got a good assist. He did do a little bit of interplay here and there. He puts in the work. He's working really well, I would say. Giroud is definitely doing very good right now. He's in a good moment. Good moment. Could he have done better? Well, if Messias' crosses were better, maybe. If the crosses coming in were better, maybe. So I don't have much to say about Giroud. Negative. I think a lot of what Giroud did today was positive. What do you guys think? Are you guys there? Hello?
Yeah. Florent, you can go first.
I think his connection has been weird.
Oh, okay.
You go.
Well, I mean, yeah. He got himself about, which is what I've been asking for, just a little bit more. I'm not a fan of like stationary forward, so yeah, he did kind of what Zlatan was doing, kind of dropping back and whatnot.
Yeah, he
You
did
know,
do that a lot.
helping the team. So, and you can see how much better it helps our offense like go forward when our forward does that.
Right. Yeah, he's doing that much better. He's playing that back to goal role, right? He comes down into the attacking midfield position, and because we're playing with a lot of long balls, by the way, the team is playing a lot of long balls, and if we want now, if we really want to be nitpicky about this and be, a little bit extremely nitpicky, it is because of Magnan. Magnan likes to play long ball. For example, Donnarumma almost never plays long ball. So Donnarumma, you'd have much less of that. But Magnan likes to play a lot of long ball, and it's okay. I think it's okay because Magnan does it in a way where it doesn't put us in danger. When the goalkeeper plays short, it gives the opportunity for the other team to win the ball in our own half and counterattack us from our own half. So I'm okay with Magnan playing long. But, if you play long, you have to know how to connect with those long balls, back to goal, bring it down, lay off. It's a difficult game. It's a very difficult game.
Yeah,
Giroud is getting much better at it. What do you think?
yeah. I think he's getting better at it too. Um, I mean, I guess better late than never. I'm also fine with Mike sending those long balls because they're usually pretty accurate.
Yeah,
I
and
would
that's another reason why you should,
now.
because he's accurate.
My only problem with this is that the team still, so when I'm looking at them, they still act surprised because Giroud or Liao or whoever that long ball goes to, they're literally by themselves, and I feel like that the reaction is too late to that. Like we know what he's gonna do, so you guys need to be prepared to be around wherever that targeted person is. So a little more awareness would really benefit the team. And then I think you were gone at this point, but I was telling Florent that um, you can tell that we really struggle with controlling the game when the ball gets passed back to the defense, or like whenever we do try and build out, we can't even get past are double pivot players before they decide just to kick it long. And I think that's a big problem. That's a big problem. And I think teams are realizing that we struggle to actually build the attack.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Right now, we're obviously not playing that possession football that we were earlier, and you know, it is what it is. I don't know if how as long as we're creating chances, I guess I'm okay with that. They just got to convert these chances. Let's talk about the main actor, Jamal's favorite player, Diaz. What did you think about Brahim Diaz? I liked his performance today. I like he's a busy guy. He's like a little chihuahua. Always biting at everybody's heels. And then with the ball, I thought he did bring quality to the game, and he did bring that forward running. Right, he likes to run with the ball, bring it forward, and then disperse the ball to the sides. So he did do that, but of course, the guy is still struggling when it comes to that body to body impact game because he just doesn't have the weight and he doesn't have the strength, and he needs to. Get, and he's going to get better at that, guys. He is going to get better at that. It's just a matter of time. But aside from that goal he missed, being that he is in a situation where he is regarded as a player that is in poor form, I thought he was okay. Not outstanding. I wouldn't call him dog shit like Jamal said, but I thought he did his job. I think
I think
everybody did their job today. As best they could.
I think the problem with Diaz is that he needs a more mobile team. There are lots of times where I'm thinking Diaz really wants to do a lot of give and go combination play, and that's just not what our team does. And I think that's also kind of slowing his progress down a little bit. Because what he played at City, and he's a Real Madrid product. When you look at those teams play a lot of give and goes and tiki-taka type style football.
Right. True.
And at Milan, we really should be playing like that. We should be playing like that. And we've already seen the games when we do play like that, we destroy the opponent, obliterate teams when we decide to play like that, which is why I just cannot understand why we're not doing it more often.
Well, I told
you've
you.
shown
I
we
told
can
you
do it, and when we do it, we kill them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to talk about this forever, but I mean, right now, I just don't think it's possible. I don't think we have that quality. We're not We're not Guardiola's Barcelona. Let's maybe we will
Well,
be.
I
Maybe
think
we will
we
become
did it
that, but
when
right now we're not that.
we did it when we had Rebic up top. And obviously, Rebic isn't in the
but
type of
that
form he
was
was before his, I was gonna say Rebic isn't in the form that he was before, his injury and whatnot. So I think we could probably play something like that once, like depending what type of forward we end up getting in the summer.
and yeah, and
Like
it
if we
also
get a ball
depends on
playing
how
forward,
the
center
teams
forward,
play
then we
against
could
us.
definitely do that. Well,
Well,
that's why we
we'll see.
need
We'll
somebody
see.
like that.
Um, yeah, but again, I also think that right now, the teams that we're playing against, this is what they do all day: is they study their opponents. And the worst thing you can do today is allow AC Milan to play. If you allow AC Milan to play, Milan will not destroy you. Milan will obliterate you, and they will send you to a different universe, a parallel universe. They'll destroy your soul. So the best thing you can do today, if you're playing against Milan, is say, okay, guys, today I'm going to run 150% because this is what they're paying me for, and so they're going to press every single time any of our players have the ball, and they're not just pressing the player with the ball; they're pressing all the other players that are that are on the pitch. So it's a these teams are pressing us organized, but our quality is winning the games. Our ability to weave our way out of these situations with these 1-2s, with the quality of Teo Hernandez being able to run these plays, with the quality of Benacer, with the quality of Leao, with the quality of Diaz, Messias, we're able to go forward. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about the defenders. Tomori Kalulu, once again, great performance from both of them. So,
Yeah, it. I think it. Man, I ain't gonna lie. It's gonna be just criminally injustice to just bench Kalulu come next season.
I mean, he is definitely making a case for himself. There's absolutely no doubt about that. He's definitely making a case for himself. Um, at this point, I obviously Romagnoli is going. So they want to get that defender, the left-footed defender, because you need a left-footed defender. So they're gonna spend that money on a left-footed defender. But
Wait,
it is
what foot is Kalulu?
both
Because he
Tomori,
scored with his left foot,
both Tomori and Kalulu are right-footed.
even though Kalulu scored with his left foot.
Right, which says a lot about the kind of player he is. And not
Because
and it wasn't and it
that
wasn't
shot wasn't
and it wasn't just a normal shot. It was a really good play shot.
right, and it wasn't from like 5 or 6, 7 yards away. Like that was he had some a pretty decent amount of distance for that goal, even.
Yeah, yeah. I think I should probably double check, but as far as I know, Romagnoli and Gabbia maybe, because Gabbia usually plays on the left,
On the
center
left
left.
side.
So maybe Gabbia is left-footed, but as far as I know, Kalulu, Tomori, and Kier are right-footed. As far as I know, yeah, mainly. Okay. Yeah, but no, I agree with you, Nathan. Kalulu is making a case for himself to be a starter for this team. Um, can anybody deny that? I mean, the guy has had 3 clean sheets. Gabi is right-footed. Yeah, so I think it's just Romagnoli that is right-footed. And there's this thing in football that left-footed center backs are like, these rare things. So we only have one, but there is this sense that Kalulu can actually be the starter next season with Tomori. And so far, Kalulu has performed not only has he performed against Cagliari or Empoli, Kalulu has performed against the best teams in Italy, and he performed great in Europe too. When we played in the Champions League, Kalulu played well during those games. So, and he's only 21. He went to the under 21, the French national team under 21. So he's so young, still a lot to learn, and so much to grow. But the amount of quality that he's showing on the pitch is outstanding. So yeah, I don't disagree with you. Kalulu can be the starter with Tomori.
I just don't want to, because with his consistent game time, like he's improving drastically. I don't want to stunt that growth to bring in somebody new that's not guaranteed.
Well, yeah. I mean, if Botman comes in, he better be a damn good fucking player if he can take Kalulu's spot. I don't think Pioli is the kind of coach that is. From what I'm seeing, Pioli is not the kind of coach that goes on fields. Like he plays the player that he thinks is the best player, for whatever he needs. So right now Romagnoli is back, but he's playing Kalulu, and he did the right thing because we got another game with no goals conceded. Um, so the defense is doing their job. So when was last time we conceded a goal? Can you remind me, please, Leif and Dino? I think our record right now is really good. Let me check.
Was it against Udinese?
Was that the last one? And that wasn't even supposed to be a goal.
Right. Yeah, it was Udinese because then we kept the clean sheet starting with Napoli.
Guys, you see this? You see when I go to the Serie A website? Did you see that? Did you guys see that? Did you see that, Nathan? I
No,
just,
no.
I
Well,
just,
what
I
is it?
just went on the Serie A website. First thing they show me is betting websites. You know what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. Anyway, let's
Yeah.
look at
Trust me,
what's.
I'm well aware. I bet. Remember, so I understand the whole. I understand everything.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. Cagliari Milan 0-1, so no goals conceded. Milan Empoli 1-0, no goals conceded. Napoli Milan 0-1, no goals conceded. Milan Udinese, a goal that should have not been a goal. So these 4 games, we didn't really concede any goals. Salernitana, we conceded 2 goals like idiots. No goal here against Sampdoria, 1-0. We did concede against Inter. Inter is not just any team. 0-0 against Juventus. These are very good stats because defense wins you championships. So the fact that in our last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, last 8 games, I'm not even, guys, I'm not going to count this game. I'm not going to count this goal, okay? So we conceded only three goals in 8 games, which is pretty good. Pretty good. Then against Venezia, we did not concede. We did concede 2 against Spezia. Against Roma, it was a 3-1. Empoli, we got conceded 2. Yeah, here, this part of the season, not so good. But here, very good. Very good. Even the form, it's very good. Anyway, this nonsense about going forward with Kalulu and Tomori as starters is ridiculous. Just because we didn't allow goals versus bad teams. Come on, guys. What?
Who said this? I can't really read the comments because I'm driving. But who said this nonsense? That's literally who you field in defense. The players who keep you clean sheets.
I really wonder how this guy thinks. ZK.
Like,
This needs to be a troll.
How else do
This
you
guy's
pick
troll.
How else do you pick your defensive line other than the best players who get you the least amount of goals scored against you?
Yeah, this is totally a troll. Troll comment. There's no way this guy's serious. Romagnoli is the only left-footed. Yeah. Let's see. I wouldn't put Napoli and Inter following injury. Okay. My issue with Kalulu is how similar to Tomori he is. He generally wants a more header center defender and one who can start the offensive like Chiara Romagnoli do. I mean, this is a good point too, to be honest with you. Kalulu and Tomori are very similar in the way they interpret their defensive roles. That variation of
but
having...
has it affected them?
It's good.
It's
been good.
But the thing is with that, and I understand that as well, but it only comes into play if it actually hampers them while playing together. And like I said before, they realize when one goes up, the other one stays back. I haven't seen one time where they both run for the same player.
No. Yeah. They definitely cooperate very well, right? They work together really well. But to be fair, all the defenders in Milan have worked well together when things go the right way. But yeah, Kalulu and Tomori. But the point what's for dinner is making here is true. You also want other kind of solutions like a Chiara that is a little bit more of a playmaker, and maybe a Botman that is more of a big guy that is going to win you those headers in the set pieces. Variation is good. I agree that you need definitely variation. But Kalulu and Tomori together are working beautifully right now. Bobman is a warrior, but not a smart defender like Kalulu. Kalulu is definitely a very smart defender. At that age, doing what he's doing is incredible. Both Tomori and Kalulu are speed-based, aggressive interventions. Yeah, and it's working. They're too short. Once you play versus better quality teams who will put Milan under pressure and pamper them with crosses, you will see that you need a taller defenders out there. And again, you need variation. You
I
need
mean,
variation.
how many? But let's see. Who are the best strikers in the world right now? We got
Striker. When
Benzema,
you say striker, what do you mean? Number 9?
like gold, like yeah,
All right. So number
like you
9,
got what
Lewandowski,
Benzema,
Benzema, Haaland.
Lewandowski. Okay,
Those three.
and except for Holland, Lewandowski and Benzema are not maybe like what an inch or two taller than Samori and Kalulu, and
Lewandowski
we're
is pretty tall.
forgetting that. Yeah, but Lewandowski doesn't out jump people like that.
No,
His
guys, listen,
positioning's really good.
listen, guys.
Like
I don't know if you guys remember, but
if we're getting,
sorry.
I was gonna say if we're getting out jumped, then I would be worried for sure. But Tamori has a higher vertical than Ronaldo. He gained that title last year. So
Damn,
I mean,
that's crazy.
I haven't really seen us getting. I haven't really seen us getting out jumped. To be honest,
No, it's not really happened. I right now it's not
like
happening.
maybe I'm wrong. Like yeah, like maybe I'm wrong. Like because I drive, so I don't get to watch all the time. But just from what I've seen, I haven't seen us getting out jumped on set plays
right
or
now,
set pieces.
the team, the defense has been good. The defense has been very good. In all departments. But having these big giants like a Van Dyke, right, or like those Matic or Canote, these players that Liverpool has, it works. It's effective. It's effective because
Well,
these
I
giants
want to
that are
use Van Dyke because he's also really fast.
well, I'm not talking about speed. I'm talking about just giantness. This concept of having these giant defenders, it looks like it works. It looks like it works. But let's not forget, like our friend Haza says, that the only defender that has ever, well, no, the second only ever defender that has won a Ballon d'Or was tall as, he was a meter and a fucking bottle cap, and his name was Cannavaro. And Cannavaro would out jump the tallest players. So, it depends on who the defender is. Tomori has a huge vertical
Right.
jump. Tomori has a huge vertical jump. Kalulu doesn't look like he's losing any of these headers. But if Bodman, this giant guy, hey, if I'm the coach, I'm happy. The more solutions I have, the happier I am. All right, so we're happy with the defenders. We're happy. Magnan, aside from Magnan, he didn't have much to do today, Magnan. I guess the only thing about Magnan is that I noticed today for the first time, I was thinking about it, but I noticed today for the first time that one of the reasons why we don't play that midfield football anymore, is because Magnan loves to play the long ball. It's good. I'm all about it. I'm okay with that.
I don't mind it coming from Magnan. Like honestly, for him, I'm cool with that. I have a problem when it comes from our defense, and that's all they do because they don't have options.
Yeah.
For Magnan, yeah, keep going because that's like you said, when you play out from the back, especially from the keeper, that gives teams a chance to really put pressure.
Right.
So
Especially,
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, and especially right now where you have these teams that are playing super high press, and they're sending their midfielders and their strikers forward all the way into our box. It's the best thing Magnan can do. Like, don't take risks. Magnan, once again, guys. I think honestly, I don't want to sound like an arrogant prick. Is there a better goalkeeper than Magnan right now?
Honestly, not really, because even Oblak has had his season's been like up and down. Neuer, he's definitely been up and down. It's kind of difficult because then you have teams like like City and Liverpool, where teams struggle to even get a shot on goal, so the keepers don't really get much action.
Yeah.
So it's kind of difficult. But the saves, Magnon definitely has the best save so far. Reactionary saves for sure.
I have never seen a goalkeeper. Well, maybe it's because I'm a little bit biased. Maybe it's because I'm a little bit biased, and also because I watch Milan goalkeepers. But some of the saves Manyan makes, and just the way he plays, and just the way he carries himself on the field, it's just like another level. It's like elite,
Yeah,
elite, elite level. Um,
yeah.
so I don't know if he's the best right now. Courtois, yeah, he's definitely having a good season for sure. Oblak had an amazing game against Manchester United. So if Atletico Madrid is in the quarterfinals, thank you to Oblak because he had some amazing saves. Of course, Magnan is a goalkeeper we see every week. And I've never been so impressed with the AC Milan goalkeeper in my whole life, to be honest with you. Like, I'm so
And
impressed.
remember, Roy, in the beginning of the season, I said with the goalkeeping training that we can provide our keepers, he's going to be amazing. Like, absolutely amazing. I think he would get far more recognition if we would have gone further in the Champions League.
Yeah. Another thing that was kind of worrying me is that if Magnan keeps on going like this, you know the Sharks are going to come for him, right?
Well, the good thing is all the top teams have, uh, except for what Juventus, all the top teams have a relatively young goalkeeper. You know, PSG has Donnarumma now. The City and Liverpool, their keepers are not. You know, they're what are they like in the late 20s maybe. They're not old. Maybe Bayern might have the oldest keeper. You know, Barca have Ter Stegen, Real Madrid has Courtois, and Chelsea has Mendy. Inter's gonna get Onana next year. So, I mean, I don't really see. You know, these teams all have like top class keepers already. It's
Yeah,
just
well,
Juventus and Bayern, maybe.
I just want Milan to really keep him tight and make sure that he stays with us for as long as possible. We will become a shark. That's right, Raul. Absolutely. Magnan is a great player and a great person. I couldn't be happier with him. How the hell is Magnan not France number 1 over Loris? Is that still going on? Messias has more assists. No, go ahead.
It probably is.
Magnan has more assists than Messias. There you go.
Well, Yordi's, I think it's just seniority, probably. That's really all it is. Which, I mean, I still don't agree with that. It should be whoever's playing the best should be the starter. But if that's how they do it, it's like Milan with the captain's armband. It's whoever's been there the longest. So
Yep.
it is what it is.
Um, this comment here is something that I was thinking about recently too. What's for dinner says it's generally a good sign that big teams want your players. It's a sign you're signing the right players. Then it's Milan's job to keep them. I was thinking about this.
Yeah,
Ever
that's a
since
very good point.
Yeah, ever since we this new management has come in, if we look at our players, even the ones that went for free, where did they go? Where are they going? PSG, Inter, Barcelona, Kessie, Romagnoli might go to Juve, who knows? Man City wants Leao. Barcelona, PSG have asked for about Leao. Diaz is in contention with Real Madrid. Kalulu was also linked with PSG recently. Theo Hernandez, Man City, Chelsea, PSG, they wanted him. Benacer, he's not being linked to Fiorentina. He's not being linked to West Ham. He was being linked to Pep Guardiola. So good. I was thinking about this. This is also another good indication of how well this management is doing with these players. All right. I think we spoke about. Well, I guess Calabria is the last. We haven't spoken about Calabria. Calabria. Okay, I guess. I
I thought
mean,
he, I thought he had a, I thought he had a good game. I
yep.
mean, obviously he missed the fucking point blank shot, but outside of that, I mean, he shut up shop. You can't ask for anything else but that, really. I can't really remember like a moment where he like lost his person.
Yeah, he looked very focused the whole game, and he worked his ass off. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess I would like to see him be a little bit more dangerous. I think right now his form hasn't peaked yet from when he came back. Yeah, I think defensively he was very good. Defensively, very good. Of course, if he would have scored that goal, he that would have. Man, these guys, especially Diaz, Calabria, and also Salamakers at the end, guys, they got to score these goals because if these goals are going to elevate you, they're going to put you in the newspapers. It's going to be good for your psychology. These guys missing these sitters is not good for them. It's definitely not good for them. Um, by the way, your favorite player, Salamakers, came in the game. I did see the end of the game. He looked good. He looked good. He almost had a goal. I like his high press. I think we missed that. We're missing his high press in the start of the games. And honestly, I think it's one of the reasons why we're not squashing teams anymore, is because we don't have Salamakers' high press. Controversial, I know. Whatever, I get it. But I miss his high press. What did you think of
Well,
Salamakers
I
coming in?
heard. I actually didn't get to watch the rest of it. I was listening. Um, at one point, I heard that he missed a great chance,
Yeah.
something along those lines.
Hmm. Well, I'll tell you
Yeah,
something.
man. These are the like again. I understand Salamakers is not a goal scorer by nature. He is there to. I want him to get in there and just make sure we're not getting overran. But he has to fucking convert these fucking
He
chances
needs to.
to
He
like
has to.
he has to, man.
He really does. Because now it's two.
Like
It's two great chances. And he knows it. You could tell from his reaction because I saw that moment. He was like angry. He was pissed off. He was on the ground. He was desperate. He knows it that these chances he's getting is like he's missing the train on these chances. Um, Now, I do want to talk about this chance that Salamakers missed. Out of all the chances, it was the least controversial one. Diaz had a way better opportunity to score. Giroud had a way better opportunity to score, and so did Calabria. The Salamakers won. I think, to be honest with you, he should have never gotten that ball. Because I don't know, you didn't see that play, but essentially the way that play went, uh, let's just skip how it got there. But basically, it got to a point where Benacer had the ball, and he was in front of the box, pretty much center, in front of the center of the box. But he had the left shot open. Similar how to Kalulu scored his goal. You remember how Kalulu scored his goal? Benacer had that exact same shot, even closer. There was nobody in front of his left side. He could have curled the shot with the left into the goal, and he had the space. Instead, what he did, he kind of faked the shot and then did performed a through ball to Salamakers coming from the other side on the right side, and then Salamakers. His shot, he tried to shoot, but his shot was deflected by a good defensive play. That is true. But I would say Benacer should have taken the shot. He shouldn't have played the pass. Salamakers not as bad as the Napoli situation. Not as bad as the Napoli
yeah.
situation.
And and here I'm gonna be nice and I'm gonna throw Salamakers a little bit of bone here. He's at least now getting himself into the situation to make something happen. Whereas before, one of the criticisms I had of him was that he wasn't even getting into those areas to where he even has the chance to miss a shot or get blocked.
Yeah.
Before, he was always too far from the play. So at least now he's getting himself in dangerous situations to make something happen. And by law of averages, eventually it's going to have to click.
Yeah,
Hopefully sooner rather than later.
yeah, absolutely. Then I think we
Damn,
have.
Roy. It,
Yeah,
did you
yeah,
think I could
Nathan.
actually say something nice like that? Shit.
Nathan,
Oh,
Nathan,
I
this
almost
is a,
felt sick just saying
this is a strange day. Strange day. If Nathan is talking well about Salamakers, Nathan, did you get a pay rise today, or what happened?
Nah, I didn't, but I probably should though. I think I deserve it.
I think you deserve it, man, because
No,
you're working your ass off every time.
but yeah, man. Whenever I see like improvements in someone's game, I'm gonna say it. Like I don't care if I shit on the person for the entire year. If I see he's improving on something that I commented on in the past, I'm gonna mention it. Like I'm not a hypocrite. Like if I see it, I'm gonna say it. It's just what it is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, then I think the other player that came in was Krunic. I did see a little bit of Krunic. He did look good. I think Milan finished the game. By the way, I don't know. You didn't see the end of the game. We don't, that game was going to be a tie. You know, we got saved by the crossbar. I don't know if you saw that play.
Oh yeah. I think I was able to glance at that moment and I saw that.
Right. So we did get a little bit lucky there, but I do want to say that the end, Milan did finish on a high. They did finish on a high, and the team that was suffering the most in the end was definitely Cagliari, not us. So that is good. And Krunic did help with his work. Salamakers and Krunic did help with their, extra running they do and all that pressure they do. They really did help Milan finish this game with a little bit more ease than usual. But, we got lucky. We got lucky. Uh,
Yeah, well, I mean, that's part of the game. Sometimes you need a little bit of luck to get you over the edge. This fucking idiot.
oh yeah, of course. You definitely need a little bit of luck. And if we wouldn't, and if they would have scored, then we'd be here talking about how our players are missing sitters one after the other.
I mean, we still are missing sitters.
Yeah, and we are still talking about it. But anyway, so here we are, game 30, 8 more to go. We're top of the league. Inter lost points. We're 6 points above Inter. If they win against Bologna, they're still going to be behind us. Napoli is 3 points behind us. We got to watch out for Napoli, though, because let's say the league finishes with Napoli and Milan with the same points. They get to go through if the goal difference stays the same. So we got to watch out for that.
Yeah.
We got to keep Napoli behind us. Juventus is sneaking up. We got to watch out for Juve. Inter's got to watch out for Juve because if Juventus wins tomorrow against Salernitana, guys, check this out. If Juventus wins against Salernitana tomorrow, Juventus goes 1 point from Inter, and then the next game is going. And then the next game is going to be Juventus Inter. So Juventus could actually take the third spot by the next round. So watch out for Juve. They play like shit, but look at their fucking record. From day 15 up to day 30, no defeats. It's all green and a few yellows here and there. So Juve is a team that plays like shit, but very difficult to beat. We got to keep on playing our game. We got to keep on playing our game. Here, -4 goal difference at the moment from Napoli. Aside from Juventus Inter, there's also Atalanta Napoli. True. So the next game is going to be Juventus Napoli next round, and Juventus Inter and Atalanta Napoli. So and this is what Lart was talking about. Basically, the next round is going to be the most decisive round regarding the Scudetto. It's going to tell us a lot. Lart is right about that. So of course, we are playing. I believe we're playing against Bologna. So on paper, easy game on paper. Of course, it's going to be a super difficult game because Bologna is going to press like crazy. But still, on paper, we have the quality. We got to finish these chances because again, it's the same thing is going to happen against Bologna. We're going to create these chances. We're going to be in front of goal. Either we put him in or we don't. If we don't put him in, who knows
It'd
what
be
could
tough.
happen. Yeah. So this next round coming in, if we get a positive result, and let's say Atalanta beat Napoli and Juventus beat Inter, then guys, we're gonna have a nice cushion. We're gonna have a nice cushion, and the Scudetto is getting closer and closer. But we got to stay positive. We got to keep giving this team positive energy, like Pioli said in his press conference. He says this team has positive energy. Positive energy is the most important thing in a team where people are being positive to each other. We played better versus good teams. Win for us in the Lazio and
Yeah.
Atalanta. Well, let's see.
Yeah,
We'll start.
I feel like if we can get through these mid to bottom table teams, once we get to how many games is it like 4 games against like good teams at the end? How many teams are like actually good at the
Yeah,
end?
the last 5 games. Well, the last 6 games is Inter in the Coppa Italia, so that's going to take energy away from us. Uh,
Actually, I think that again,
that's fucking
I
amazing.
still believe
That's awesome.
we are better when we play every 3 days.
I
But
agree with that.
like,
I agree
I
with that.
honestly think it doesn't. I don't think it actually takes energy from us. I think it gives us even more energy and focus.
I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that. But answering your question, the last 6 games are Inter in the Coppa Italia, so that's going to take energy. That's going to be a crazy derby, a semi-final. Then we have uh, Lazio. Then we have Fiorentina. Then we have Verona. Then we have Atalanta, and then we have Sassuolo. Atalanta at the San Siro, Sassuolo at the Mapei Stadium.
Atalanta, they really aren't
I
really in
fucking love
too good of
Maignan, guys.
form at the moment. They're
What?
not in too good of form at the moment. Atalanta. Really the teams, and the other is Fiorentina also. Like they're playing good, but they're not like we shouldn't get beat by them again. I feel like Sassuolo, that's the team that really worries me the fucking most. That team always plays like God mode every time we play these motherfuckers. Every time.
Yeah, they're playing really well right now. They're maybe one of the most informed teams. What is their form actually? Let's see. Yeah,
They just lack consistency.
their form has been pretty good.
Man,
They did since their last defeat, which was a heavy defeat, Sampdoria 4, Sassuolo 0. Sassuolo has had a tied against Roma 2-2. They beat Inter against Inter 0-2. What the fuck is going on? They beat Fiorentina 2-1. Oh, my mouse is fucking up. They beat Venezia 4-1. They tied against Salernitana. And they beat Spezia 4-1. Berardi is having a killer season, man. Berardi is having a killer season. Between assists and goals, he's crushing it. And the president of Sassuolo said that he's on sale. Do you know how much these guys are getting paid in Sassuolo? You like Scamacca, Raspadori, these players. They're getting paid like what Daniel Maldini is getting paid, by the way. So their wage situation is very different from ours. Okay, so yeah, Osimhen is not going to be playing against Atalanta because he has 5 yellow cards. Correct,
ooh, that's good news.
guys. Osimhen today saved Napoli's ass with 2 goals, a header, and a shot. Osimhen having a
Man, I'm talking about
great season.
poor defending, especially that fucking header. I mean, what the fuck, Udinese? That shit pissed me off. I was like, are you guys fucking serious? I swear, when Udinese, That's another team that's irritating because they only play serious when it comes to Milan.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why it is, man. Like these players when they play against us, it's like they're playing to for a contract. I don't know what the fuck we're doing. By the way, that Udinese defender ODJ, what's his name? ODJ? Are you
Odoji,
talking? Yeah, he got called up for the under 21s. So
I'm
let's
telling
see.
you, man,
Let's see
that
how he
guy,
does.
he is the person I would want to be back up for Teo.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Very interesting. Oh my God, Roy, you saw our young striker we brought this winter played in the youth team today as a sub, and 30 minutes he got
Yep,
injured and subbed out.
yep. I put that in the group chat earlier today.
The famous group chat. How is the
I
group chat?
mean,
Is Eastbourne still around? Where is Eastbourne? I haven't seen Eastbourne in a while.
Roy, you gotta admit, if we can't keep an 18-year-old healthy, how are we gonna keep Sanchez healthy?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, like let's be 100% realistic here. We can't keep an 18-year-old healthy, and I don't know what his prior medical history was, but if he doesn't have a history of being injured, Sanchez has zero hope at Milan. Zero hope.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what happened today. Maybe I think it was a knock. Did you see the situation? Did he get knocked or something like that?
Must have been a muscle injury.
Listen, Nathan, I was watching. I don't know if you were on the live last time we spoke about this. I was watching the training videos, and there was Lazatic training with the first team. Like I'm telling you, you just look at Kessi, right, or even Romagnoli, or you had Theo in that video. You had Leao. All of these guys are fucking chunky as fuck, just filled with muscles. You look at Lazatic; he's a scrawny little teenager. This kid has a lot to go, man. A lot to go. Like Kessi's thighs are as big as fucking um what the fuck is his name? Lazatic's fucking both legs put together. Like the amount of muscle that the first team players have in compared to these teenagers is crazy. I think he's got to grow. The kid is still he's too young. He's too young. I don't know
Well,
why they got this kid.
I'm glad they tried to at least put him with the Primavera, but again, like you said, I don't know why we got him. We need players for the first team that can, you know, I'm not saying start, but they need to come in and be able to learn and play, here and there when needed.
Yeah.
So this kid's definitely not ready for that.
Oh, guys, we got Kangoo in the house. Here we go. Kangoo, the number one troll. I think AC Milan is not going to get top 6. This guy. Oh, it is a muscle injury. Yeah,
Even
it
though
is a muscle injury. Doesn't matter the amount of muscle when Kessie is a bottler. He's not. I think Roback is better. I think Roback looked really good when he played in the Coppa Italia. He looked really good. Yeah, I think he is going on loan. Correct.
how old is he?
Who, Roback?
Yeah.
Roback is a teenager also. I think Christy here is talking about Lazatic. Yeah, Lazatic is, I believe Lazatic is going to be going on loan. We have Nasty and Roback as well, yeah. If we're taking Primavera, I'd like to see Nasty or Traore. Traore, like Nasty is doing very well, scoring a lot of goals. The Primavera is finally starting to get some results, so good for them. They're starting to climb up the table. Traore, this player is a prospect, so let's see what happens with Traore because he was a very, very interesting player for Parma, and let's see what happens with Traore. I'm very interested in how Traore's progress continues. How would Çalhanoğlu feel seeing AC Milan remaining at the top? What a lousy lose. Because I was thinking about this today while I was at work. I was thinking, yo, imagine how Çalhanoğlu feels right now. He fucking left Milan, joined Inter, and right now, in this moment, he's there and Milan is above him. He must feel like shit.
Wait, you forgot his little fucking shit he put on Instagram with the little portrait of him painting the city blue.
Oh, right, right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he must feel like a real clown right now, like a real clown. But hey, guys, the season is not over yet, so let's not behave as if this is said and done. Now, question: do you think the top four is sealed, or not yet? You're not comfortable to say that yet.
We're aren't we like 15 points from fifth place or some shit like
That's
that?
a really good question. What is the situation here? So we have 66 points and it's 49 points. So Lazio has 49 points. We're playing tomorrow against Roma, by the way. Should be a great game. So that should be a really good game. So what is that? That is 17 points.
Yeah, 17 points ahead
That's great.
of sixth
That's
place.
great.
We
That's
are,
great.
and how many games do we have left? Eight?
How many
Eight
games
games
do we have left? It's eight.
I
Eight
think we have
times
8
three.
games left.
What is eight
It's
times three?
24. So
Oh, okay.
24. So yeah, so we would
We're
have
close. We're close.
to have a massive capitulation in order to not make top four.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty much done and dusted.
I think we might secure top four spot by the 34th game. By game 34, 33, 34, top four is if we continue with a good run, top four should be sealed. And that's 40 million in the bank, huh? Top four means 40 million in the bank. That's a top player, 40 a top player. That's a Berardi right there, or that's a whatever. Name a motherfucker. That's a top player right there. So 40 million from the Champions League, and if we win the Scudetto, it's another 20 something million. So if we win the Scudetto and the top four, well, of course you get both, but that is you get something close to 70 million. That's a nice chunk of change right there that they can put in their treasure chest. So not bad at all. Let's see. I wish we kept Kerkez as a sub for Tel. Potentially look good. Yeah, Kerkez. I don't know what happened with Kerkez. I guess he wants to play. Kerkez is ready to play, and he wanted to take that opportunity to play. What would you say your evaluation of Kalulu is? Personally, 35 million. If you want to buy Kalulu from us, 35 million. What do you think? Am I being cheap?
I would go higher. Yep.
40? To be honest with you,
I'd go 40.
like even 55
I'd go 40 or
wouldn't
50.
sound bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, no, like for me, I'm not selling, especially because we got second place, and especially if we win the league, man, I'm not even selling Krunic for anything under 20 million because when you look at our bench, we don't have a big bench. You know what I'm saying? So all of our players, for the most part, are going to be instrumental in getting us to the title. City has 30 players. The player number 27 and 28 probably has like 200 minutes of game time for the whole year. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you put it into that perspective, all of our players except for Castileo and maybe like one or two others, they all played very, very big parts in getting us here. So if you come for Kalulu, fuck off, bro. 55, 60 million. That's what it's gonna be.
I mean, to be honest with you, man, if fucking Maguire cost 80 million or 90 million, however fucking much he cost, like asking Kalulu 50 million is not out of this world.
Nope.
I mean, Maguire. All right, Maguire is just as good. Is like Romagnoli. Is a similar level. It's pretty much there. Maybe Romagnoli is even better than Maguire.
Romano is better than Maguire. Maguire is literally a fucking troll that just so happens to be on Manchester United.
Okay, I mean, 90 million for Maguire. If this guy costs 90 million, I'd be comfortable to put Kalulu a 50 million price tag. I mean, the guy has been exceptional. He's 21, 21. So you have a lot of years there. And he's been almost perfect.
Yeah.
But I do like what Christy says. I absolutely 100% agree with you. We still have 8 games left, guys. We need to focus and stay humble. Christy Zico, 100%. Çalhanoğlu saying
Yeah.
Milan win
And,
the league in Portugal, knocking him out is needed. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
no, I was gonna say if the results can go our way next week, we could be 6 points clear of Napoli, and we could wrap the league up 2 weeks in advance.
Yeah. If we also perform, yeah, we could win this
Right,
league.
right.
We could win this league in advance. Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of
Man, I
which,
really wish Salamaker scored that goal. Fucking hell.
anyway, let's keep on going here. There's some interesting comments. Christy says that top 4 is sealed 100%. What's for dinner says Atalanta
Yeah.
can go potentially 12 points behind us, I believe, in 5th. Atalanta has I think a game at hand too. I don't know if you're counting that. At this point, it's Scudetto or bust. Anything but the title will be disappointing. This is a good statement. Again, I talk for myself, but I'm also think I'm talking for the management. I don't think that statement is true.
Yeah, for the management, they've repeatedly said that they just want top 4 for now, and
Yeah.
pretty much anything else after that is going to be a bonus.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, of course, because we are in the title race right now and we're so close, of course, there's going to be disappointment if it slips. But guys, top 4 this season is crucial. And next season, I said this, and some people agree with me, but I'm making a bold prediction. We have never heard Maldini say this, but I'm telling you, this is my prediction. Next season, he's going to say, in the summer, just before the league starts, he's going to utter these words. This season, the objective is the Scudetto. He's going to say that next season. So let's see. All right, let's keep on going. Those money are going into the balance sheets. We have the budget for next season, 80 to 100 million. Not bad. So Kangoo would pay 45 pounds for Kalulu. Okay.
What is that, like 55,000 euros or 60?
No. 45 pounds
something.
is like $30, $35. Oh, so 50 million.
Oh, shit, 45 pounds.
No.
He's
He's saying million. My bad. All right. Okay. Listen. What else is there, man? Is there any? Roy, please look at the video. Maguire doing a step over dummy in the box causing a goal for Man City. That's terrible. Let's see. Technically, Milan's aim was originally to get more points than last season rather than top 4 per se. That's an obvious consequence. Yeah, but of course, Champions League football is what they need to be getting. And yes, that is what they were saying. Was when they were asked what the objective is this season, that Pioli was saying those words, and that those words were also being repeated by the management, getting more points than the previous season. But they also said that Champions League football is the goal. All right, listen, man. I think we covered everything for today. What else is there? Anything else?
What do y'all think about the Champions League draws?
Oh, Champions League, man. Dude, fucking Champions League, man. I'm so fucking. Yeah, so who is it? It's Atletico, Man City, right? And Chelsea.
Yeah.
Chelsea, Real Madrid, and Atletico, Man City are the 2 competitive games. The other two games on paper are not competitive because you have Bayern against Villarreal. Villarreal is a team that on literally in the books is worth a quarter of what Bayern is worth. And then you have Benfica versus
Liverpool, I
Liverpool.
think.
So you have two competitive games and two games that are not so competitive. I don't know, man. Lart was on point last season. He said Chelsea was going to win. This season, he says Man City. I don't think that's a bad guess. Well, let me ask you: Chelsea or Real Madrid?
Real Madrid.
Oh yeah, you're going for Real Madrid.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. Yeah. I don't think City has the gameplay to really. I mean, I'm not gonna say like it's like a heavy favorites. I'm just gonna go with Real Madrid.
Okay.
They play better and create more chances.
I think. I don't know. I'm going to go on a. I'm going to say Real Madrid too, but I think it's going to be a very suffered game. It's not going to be a easy game. But I'm going to say Real Madrid too. All right. What about Man City, Atletico Madrid?
Uh, well, if there's a team that can stop Man City, it would be Atletico Madrid because of how defensive they are.
Yes, I actually think that as well. We saw how Man City played against Chelsea that played pretty defensively. I think the stat is that Man City never even took a shot on goal in that final. So when you have these good teams with good players that know how to play that game, it could be difficult for these teams that like to keep the ball, right? Um,
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I think I would say Man City, but again, very suffered, a very suffered game. What do you
yeah.
think?
I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, I think that Atletico is really gonna have to look for the counter quite often.
Oh yeah, of course, of course. Um, uh, so you also agree, Man City?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
ZK says, I don't care who wins the UCL, just don't let it be Bayern or Liverpool. I don't want them to match our 7 titles. True. It's that team we brought Hagway from, and in the group stages, we beat Roma 6-0. I think it's a rematch. All right. Roma won the conference in their conference league, whatever, against Vitesse. Vitesse, very good team, actually. Well, not very good, but a team that gave Roma quite a headache. Um, Roma just kind of won that by an inch, really. Yeah, Roma and Atalanta, the only two Italian teams left in Europe. Very disappointing. Another super disappointing season for Italian football in Europe. Another extremely disappointing season for maybe one of the worst seasons I can remember, to be honest with you. Because the 3-0 to Juventus,
Can
I
I get
mean,
one
fuck
Powerball?
Juve. I mean, fuck
No,
Juve.
man. And then
Fuck Juve.
is
Sorry,
the
sorry.
meter
Fuck Juve and all that shit, guys. But again, that reflects on Italy. Seeing Villarreal dismantle Juve that way, it's bad for Visalia. Sorry, Nathan. What are you getting? You getting a Powerball?
Yeah, man.
Nathan,
Thank you.
Nathan, if you win the lottery, how much are you gonna win?
97 million.
Really, 97 million.
That's what it says.
Wow, that's not gonna be even enough to buy and have Holland play for you. You're gonna need more money than that.
Well, I can buy Holland. I just can't afford his wages.
Right.
Yeah, remember Holland's buyout's only 70 or 75 million right now, or that's what it's going to be this summer when his contract kicks in.
Yeah. Roma fans flexing for the Conference League. Oh, here we go. The idea is if United lose,
I
guys,
mean,
United, wow. I got to say, I got to give this to Ronaldo. First of all these Messi apologists like need to shut the fuck up. All right? Like I don't care that Messi has 7 Ballon d'Ors and has won this and won that. But there's these big Italian influencers, Cassano and fucking Lele Adani, saying that nobody should be talking shit about Messi. Let's be honest, guys. Messi against Real Madrid missed a penalty, won, and played like utter shit. He is not playing football. All right? That guy does not even sweat anymore. He's just making money. I don't care about his legacy and all that crap. But right now, if you're getting paid 30 million a season, you better fucking play football, man. You better sweat because it's an insult
Yeah,
to
I
the working
think
to the working man. Look at Cristiano Ronaldo instead against Atletico Madrid, running like a beast, fighting, running, fighting, running. I give that. I give the respect. Ronaldo gets the respect from me right now, not Messi.
I, I, I think the problem with Messi is that Barcelona allowed this guy to walk on the field. You remember when Messi used to run? He doesn't even run for 50% of the game. Like,
No. The guy just plays when he has the ball. When he has the ball, he's going to try to do something, and he doesn't even do much when he has the ball anymore. But I've been hearing all these apologists, Messi apologists, is like, no, guys, let's be honest. If I see one of our players do that, I'm going to talk shit about it. I'm going to talk shit about him. I don't care if his name is Messi, Van Basten, Georges Weah, Jean-Pierre Papin, Roberto Baggio. I'm gonna say what I think. All right. Anyway, Kangu says the idea is if United lose, then I go watch a Milan game and they win, and slowly as I follow your progress, I build an affinity to Milan, and then over time it cancels out United, making my life better. Well, good for you, Kangu, man. I'm glad Milan can give you some satisfaction. Um, 80 million
come
release
to the real
clause.
Red Devils, Kangu.
Messi and Neymar are the same. They don't care about club football anymore. It looks like these guys are not motivated. Just doesn't look like it. All right, listen, guys. I think we're good for today. We did 2 hours. We talk about Cagliari. So right now we have. Oh, let's finish with this. We have for me and you, Nathan. We're fans of Italian national team. Um, man, this is going to be a fucking crazy week.
Bro, they better, like, Italy fucking up is like almost the same thing as Milan fucking up for me.
Yeah,
These
same
motherfuckers
here.
need to get their shit together.
Yeah. I swear, if we get a penalty against Portugal, I do not want to see Jorginho fucking kick that ball. Like, keep Jorginho
Yeah,
away from that penalty box, man. Because that guy has missed 3 penalties in a row. We should be in the World Cup right now. But hey, all respect to
yeah,
Jorginho. Jorginho is a legend. He has cemented himself as a legend in the national team forever. But again, you got to convert. You got to convert.
yeah. I agree. I completely agree. It's just it's just ridiculous that this is even happening. And is Balotelli on the team sheet, the selections?
No, Balotelli was not put on the selections. A little bit controversial,
Wow,
I think,
that's
because
disappointing.
I think Balotelli is doing well right now. He's scoring goals. He looks to be motivated, and it's his biggest dream is to be a hero for the national team, and he's always
Yeah,
implied that. He's always said that, and I kind of feel sorry for him because I think that this was a good opportunity for him to be to do that
to
to
get back in
participate
the
in.
good graces and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, and especially when you consider how poor the Italian forwards have been.
yeah,
I think that
absolutely.
was I think that's a mistake by Mancini. I think it was a big mistake.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Balotelli is still the most skillful forward that this team that Italy has right now. Like just skills alone,
right.
he is
Yeah.
still the most skillful one.
He's definitely the one that has those. He's maybe the only one that has that magic moment, right? He has that magic moment where
Yeah,
he can create something out of nothing. Because Belotti needs
yeah,
service. Belotti is someone that he will do well if a team does well. Immobile is the same. Scamacca, I don't know. Maybe Scamacca. We got to still find out who Scamacca is. I guess he's still young. So let's see how Scamacca does. Then João Pedro, who is the Brazilian guy who just got traded to the Italian national team. He got called up. João Pedro is a serious professional. Let's see if he can help the team. Now, Haza asks, who will start ahead of Chiesa? Well, it's going to be Berardi, of course, because Berardi is the most informed Italian player. I'm expecting that the offensive line against Portugal is going to be Insigne, Immobile, and Berardi. I think that's what it's going to be in the end, even though that's not, Immobile there needs to get his shit together when it comes to the national team. The midfield, we're lucky.
Scamacca can.
Maybe
Scamacca can put Immobile on the bench forever.
Right. and then we have Politano, we have Zaniolo. Bernardeschi was not called up. Who else is there? Oh, the other Sassuolo guy. What's his name? Raspadori is there. So offensively, it is what it is. Now, what I am happy about is the midfield.
Is Tonali there?
The midfield is like Joel says, is very stacked, and luckily Verratti, none of them are, knock on wood, injured. Jorginho is there, Verratti is there, Barella is there, Tonali is there, Locatelli is there, Pellegrini is there, and some other guys are there. So the midfield looks very good. Defensively, it looks decent. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be for Italians and for Italy. This is going to be a very important 2 weeks. Very important 2 weeks.
They need to be clinical.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Macedonia. A lot of these pundits think Macedonia is they're just going to sit back, but it's like they haven't even watched this team play. Macedonia is not a team that just sits back.
No. Macedonia is going to be difficult.
I don't know.
Difficult game.
I don't know where they're getting this information from. It's like, bro, did y'all not watch this team play? Like they did not sit back.
No, Macedonia.
They're not going to park the bus and be like,
I
hope Italy doesn't score on us.
Listen. Italy played against what? Northern Ireland. Is Macedonia? Macedonia is better than Northern Ireland? We couldn't freaking score against Northern Ireland. So yeah, absolutely underestimating Macedonia is a terrible mistake.
Yeah, I just don't understand where they got this information from.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn, you guys are supposed to be football pundits and y'all don't know shit.
Right. Kingu says, if you get knocked out, there will be English fans taking the piss. Guys, if Italy gets knocked out, carte blanche on taking the piss out of Italy. It's let the river flow. They deserve it. All right, so we'll definitely be following the Italian national team, and we'll be following the World Cup qualifiers. But in the same time, during this period, there's also a lot of transfer market rumors because the newspapers don't have much shit to write about. So they're going to write a lot about transfer market stuff. So let's see what happens, because even the managers are going to be around Europe scouting the national teams and scouting this, talking to this and this other guy. L'Equipe the other day pretty much said that Renato Sanchez is a Milan player. Origi is a Milan player. So they're very bold. The links that these newspapers, these journalists are putting out, they're being bold. They're pretty much saying that these are done deals. Like Gazzetta dello Sport, Fabrizio Romano, Pellegatti, they're pretty much saying that the Origi thing is a done deal. I've heard this done deal thing before, though, because in the winter they were saying Renato Sanchez was a done deal, but then a few weeks later, all of a sudden Renato Sanchez is on Juve's radar. So I don't know what the deal is with this done deal stuff. But hey, okay, let's finish on this. Origi, Nathan.
He's not a bad player, but especially in the WhatsApp, if people were saying that Berardi is not a player that wows you, Origi is like the Salamaker of forward that we can be getting. Very disappointed. Very, very disappointed.
Yeah, I was I kind of informed myself about Origi what how do you spell his what's his name? Origi or Origi? Origi?
Yeah, something like that.
Origi, by the way, who has Kenyan he's originally Kenyan, but he's Belgian. Belgian with Kenyan origins, a country that I'm very familiar with, Kenya. So that's cool. I like that. That'll be nice. But Origi has never went double digits ever in his entire career. That can't be good. Am I wrong about this or what?
Well, yeah, like there are people that are thing is that he scores clutch goals.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it, but we need a player who scores the everyday goal, not just clutch goals. We need the everyday goal scorer.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it is true that he scored these clutch goals. I haven't seen much of it. I saw him play against us. He looked good against us. He looked good against us. And yeah, he does give me the impression of being a professional because from what I'm seeing, the little that I'm seeing from the Liverpool camp is that even though he's not, let's say, a main star, but it doesn't seem like he makes it weigh the fact that he's not always playing. He seems to accept his role. You talk about how pundits don't know anything about Macedonia, yet you don't consider that Origi played very little. Well, he plays very little
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he's got Firmino in front of him, he's got Jota in front of him, he's got Salah in front of him, he's got Mane in front of him, and now he's got Diaz in front of him. All these players are not behind him; they're in front of him. You know, does that say something?
And like I said, I'm not saying he's not good. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if people can say that they're not convinced by Berardi, who's getting 10 plus goals and assists for the last 5 years, you can't sit here and say that you're just getting your shit hard at the thought of fucking Origi coming to the team. Like, come on, bro. Like, let's not bullshit.
Yeah, no. Honestly, I am not going to put myself out there. Um, I don't know much about this player. All right, I will admit that when Giroud was linked with Milan, I was like, this does not excite me. This is not a player that excites me. But now Giroud is in Milan, and damn, what a fucking signing that was. So probably the same thing is going to happen with Origi. Okay, it's a player like
I
Mike
hope so.
Magnan. Like Mike Magnan, I didn't know who Mike Magnan was. Actually, in the summer, I was saying Mike Magnan. I was fucking pissed off that we were losing the best goalkeeper, Donnarumma, for this guy. I had no clue. But today, what is it, March 19th? I'm saying I can't find a better goalkeeper in Europe than Mike Magnan. Okay, so I don't know what Origi is going to do.
Yeah, but I told you, Roy, about Mike.
Yeah, okay, but you watched him because you watched the French league, so you knew, and also his stats back it up. Do you watch Origi? Have you watched this guy? Do you know what he's? You know, let's see. Let's see.
I watch Liverpool not because I'm a fan, but for betting purposes. I watch them, and I mean, I'm not like I said, he's not a bad player, but I'm just saying we're supposed to be, we're talking about Vlahovic and Jonathan David and Isaac and players like that, and now we're getting Origi. And so it's kind of like, and I'm thinking of the excitement around those player names, and now people are going to try to convince me that Origi's this dream signing. That no. That's that's bullshit. I'm not gonna accept that shit, bro. No.
Look, I'm gonna say
Again,
this.
not saying he's
Go
bad.
ahead. Go ahead.
I'm
Sorry.
just saying stop the bullshit.
I'm gonna say this. Um, I'm going to stick to my prediction based on my analysis and calculations. I don't think we're getting a top level striker this summer. I don't think it's going to happen because
I don't think so either.
we have other positions that we got to take care of first. So Laet, who gets a lot of shit right, he's not getting this one right. The top striker is not coming this summer. I think it's going to come the next summer. The next summer is when we can actually think. Maybe when Giroud is on his way out, that's when we can get a really, really top striker. I don't see that. I don't see the funds. I don't see the money being there. I don't see the opportunities being there. But for where we are as a
Well, I
club,
was
let me
one
just
of my
finish.
friends
Sorry,
told
Nathan.
me
Let me just
that.
finish this.
Yeah,
Let me
go
just
ahead, go
finish
ahead,
this
go
and
ahead,
then
go ahead,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
But for where we are as
Go
a
ahead.
club, with the money that we have at our disposal, with the players that we need to get, what makes sense to me is let's get Origi on a free, let's get Belotti on a free, and then we have three exceptionally good, reliable, not three superstars, but three reliable strikers, where we can go into the Scudetto, Champions League, Coppa Italia, win all three of them. Get these players for free and spend the money you have to spend on your midfield to replace Kessie. Get your right winger, get those and get that defender, and then save up the money that you got for next season when Giroud is on his way out. Spend the money that you have on a top striker. That's what I think we're going to do. That's what I think is going to happen. But who knows? Who knows? If Origi can score 15 goals, guys, can score 15, absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm saying I'm just saying I'm not going to be on that hype train when considering the names that we have been linked with. But one of my friends told me that Jonathan David is not renewing his contract with Lille. So that's something that we should pay attention to, like maybe next year or something like that.
Jonathan Davis, yeah, that's like 50 million, 60 million. That's going to be a tough one. That's going to be a tough one. This transfer market. That's going to be a tough one. By the way, Liverpool wants to renew, but he wants to play. All right, listen, Nathan. We're going to close now. It was great having you here. Great to hear from you. I'm sure we're going to do a few more lives coming up during the week. We're going to be talking about the Italy, what Italy is doing, and of course, we're going to be talking about what Milan is doing. And all right, any last words, Nathan?
Forza Milan, and let's just keep winning. Even if it's shitty wins, let's just keep winning.
Hell yeah. Let's keep on winning and Forza Milan. Guys, everybody in chat, thank you. Hopefully you liked the video because we never ask you to like the video. Just do this a favor, like the video. Show us a little bit of appreciation. But anyway, aside from that, guys, everybody here, Forza Milan, we got the W, we got the points. We're number one for the next 3 weeks. We're going to be number one, and let's keep this run going. All right, guys, to everybody, thank you for joining us. Much love from the Rossoneri TV family. Nathan, thank you for being here too. I will be seeing you soon in the next live. All right.
Yes, sir.
Peace and love, everybody. Alla prossima. Ciao.